Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video we are going to do a preparation for the upcoming Treasure Map vs Stussy. And my teams do not use the new bats, meaning the Summer Girls bats. I will also be using Treasure Map Rare Recruit Hina in some of my teams, but in those teams I will either offer an alternative free-to-play team or a replacement for Hina in case you miss her. The multiplier will be lower, but the team will still work. The first mini-boss for this map is Int Makino. She only will gain 2 turns of threshold, so that is the only debuff you need to deal with, and she will also have full immunity, which is not really important. She's a very easy boss. I am using Summer Festival Vivi as my captain for her multiplier, and then I am using a bunch of free spirit units, with the majority of them being Psy. Of course, you do not need Vivi as your captain or Treasure Map Legend Sanji as a sub. You can replace with whatever you want as long as you can deal with the threshold and do some damage. The threshold removing units here, both of them very good to use against this boss, are the local sea monster and Treasure Map Mugiwara 5600, who also will give you some damage. For your supports, of course you're using stat boosters. No sockets are needed. This specific team with optimal boosts can do over 9 million damage and the point boost is 4.45. The next mini boss is Tashigi. Tashigi will actually bind your sailors for 4 turns, special bind them for 2, and then turn all of your slots to either block or TMD. She will gain delay immunity as well, and the perfect captain to use for this mini-boss is of course the new Raid Buggy. I am using him as double captain and he will deal with everything on this stage. He will remove bind, special bind and give you guaranteed matching slots on all of your units. With double buggy special you do not need sockets, with a single buggy special you need at least level 2 sockets for bind removal, and the rest of the units can either have color advantage over Tashigi, meaning they should be int, or they should give you some kind of damage and help you beat the enemy. It's that simple, the subs can be whatever you like. For your supports, stat boosters are fine. The maximum damage is over 8 million and the point boost is 5.19. The next mini boss is Dex Hina and she will give unfavorable slots to all of your units, 5 turns of despair on your captains, 5 turns of paralysis for your sailors while also having delay immunity and another trick up her sleeve. When defeated, she will self-heal to 50% of her HP and she will change her type from Dex to Q, so a pretty interesting mechanic for a Treasure Map boss. My team here is using Kizuna 5+ Jack as captain, and then I am also using Treasure Map Kid, Denjiro, the free-to-play unit, Rare Recruit Orochi, and the final spot that is missing will be the new Pirate Rumble Hody Jones whenever he is released. He is not out at the time I am making this video, although he will deal with despair, Jack will deal with paralysis and give you color affinity, and then Kid can also give you an ore boost if you activate your specials correctly. After the revive, we have Denjiro and Orochi here for matching slots and a boost in damage for you to be able to take care of Hina easily again. You can use stat boosting supports, no sockets are needed. This team can do over 5 million damage against both versions of Hina, so even after the revive, and the point boost is 5.19 times. The next and final mini boss is Q Perona. She will turn all of your slots to unfavorable, give you 4 turns of attack down, gain defense down immunity, also gain 4 turns of resilience and 2 turns of a barrier that needs you to hit it with 2 strength slots in order to break. This is kind of annoying if you want to have matching slots, and that is why I am using a V2 Treasure Map Kaido team with 2 Dex subs and also 2 strength ones. The one sub that is missing should be strength in order for you to make all of your unfavorable slots matching and then easily break the barrier and then do damage with your Dex units. Even though I am using a character that can be a better captain for the team damage wise, V26 plus Sabo, I prefer using Kaido as my captain because he is a higher booster. Very simple. The other unit is Treasure Map Luffy. Luffy will deal with attack down and giving us matching slot, but he will also provide an orb boost. Sabo will deal with the resilience and give us a lot of extra damage. Monet will be one of the two strength units and will also give us a conditional attack boost. The final unit is the new Treasure Map Stussy, who is also strength, and you don't need her special, do not worry. She has the ability to give you more damage, but it is also not necessary at all. You can use stat boosters on everyone. No specific sockets are needed. The team can do over 50 million damage and the point boost is 5.58 times. Now time for the final boss of this treasure map. It will be Stussy of course, who is Dex, and the stage 4 mini boss will be Sai. That stage will give you 5 turns of despair, gain delay immunity, and also gain 5 turns of a defense up shield. In stage number 5, Stussy will give you 10 turns of special bind for your captains, gain delay immunity, and then 5 turns of threshold and also damage reduction. My team for the main boss with Hina will be this one. It is not an easy team to build if you miss supports or of course newer limited characters like Toki or Hina, but if you have the characters it will work wonderful for you. My captain is Toki with a support Oden to help her guarantee a matching slot in the final stage. Then we are using Treasure Map Recruit Hina, Kizuna Halloween Rebecca with support Vivi, which is also for her to get a guaranteed matching slot in the final stage. And then we have 5 plus Kizuna Linlin with support from the 3 Sweet Commanders Legend at maximum level. And finally Treasure Map Sakazuki Iso. The friend captain in this team will be Treasure Map Recruit Hina to give us more points. Now how does this team work? Rebecca first to deal with defense up and also boost your damage, then Hina for a color affinity boost, friend captain Hina that is, then Toki transitioning herself and Rebecca into the Toki Toki state, and then you also want to activate Sakazuki Iso after swapping them and while you are on the inside of the unit. That will allow both Hina units and Sakazuki Iso to have a guaranteed matching slot to take care of the Sai enemy super easily. Then in the final stage you want to activate Linlin to remove damage reduction, and the remaining Hina, who should be your sub by the way, not your friend captain, for her to deal with the threshold. Toki's super type should also be activated, and then her Toki Toki state units will have an attack boost and an orb boost, meaning your strength units, both of which will have a matching slot because of our support units. I forgot to mention the 3 Sweet Commanders will take care of the despair if you have maximum sockets in stage number 4. I'm pretty sure you will also be able to swap back to Sakazuki, meaning you have another strength unit for even more damage. Hopefully that was a decent enough explanation. I think you need the supports, especially the first two. You definitely need the 3 Sweet Commanders to remove despair, and you also need Vivi. Oden is more optional, but he will still allow you to do more damage. Your despair sockets must be at maximum level. The maximum damage this team can do is over 35 million, and finally the point boost is 12.30 times. For those that do not have Treasure Map Recruit Hina, here is a more free-to-play team, a fully free-to-play team actually, but you need to use a friend captain Summer Vivi. With this team right here, if you have Toki, you can run her as captain and then replace Monet with Toki and put Rebecca as a sub for more damage, but this one still works, but the multiplier is way less obviously because we miss a Treasure Map Recruit. For stage number 4 here, you want to activate Rebecca to deal with defense up, and then Vivi to get an orb boost and guaranteed matching slots, and then you can also activate Vivi's super type if you want later on to do even more damage during stage 4. Caesar will also provide some extra damage while also completely removing despair alongside sockets. For the final stage against Stussy, Vivi's orb boost will still be active and you still have matching slots because of her special. If you did not activate her super type, now is the time to do it in stage 5, and then Morley will give you a conditional attack boost and remove Threshold, while Kizuna Brook will remove damage reduction and give you an attack boost if you do not already have one from Vivi's super type. For your supports this time you can use stat boosters or whatever you like. The maximum damage will be over 45 million and the point boost will be 5.17 times. For the Intrusion Battle, we will encounter Vivi, who will be Psy, but the stage 2 miniboss will be Dex. In the first stage, Free Spirit, Cerebral and Powerhouse units will get their specials reduced, so make sure you use these classes. And in stage number 2, all of our slots will be turned to block. We will get 5 turns of attack down and the enemy will also gain delay immunity, while in stage number 3 our specials will be reversed for 1 turn. The right column units will get 5 turns of bind, 2 if you have maximum sockets, and the left column units will get 10 turns of paralysis, while the enemy will also gain delay immunity. My team for this intrusion is using Toki as the captain with a friend captain, Treasure Map recruit Hina, and I'm also using her as a sub. Then Halloween Rebecca, again from Kizuna, Arena Caesar and Kizuna 5+ all-in. For this intrusion you need to be very careful with the placement of your units. Copy the exact placement because it is extremely important. In stage number 2, All-in will deal with the block slots, make them matching, will provide some of our units with an ore boost, and then Hina will give us a color affinity and also will deal with attack down. Then Toki's special and super type should follow, transitioning both of your Hina units in the left column into the Toki state. Rebecca can also be activated to give you more damage. You can also activate her in the final stage if you want to. In the final stage now, Caesar is a very important piece of this team because being on the left column, he will completely resist paralysis if limit broken, and then along with sockets, he will completely remove bind from your right column units. Because you transitioned your Hina units into the Toki state, they will also completely evade paralysis, making you immune to paralysis in the final stage and making Caesar able to remove the bind. Another thing the Toki state units will evade is the special reverse. So when activating the remaining Hina to get a color affinity boost, Caesar will also get his special back because of his other sailor ability. And on top of all of the things he does, he will also provide us with a conditional attack boost. Of course, because of the Toki state, both Hina units will also have an attack boost and an ore boost. And because I forgot, you can add a support to give you a guaranteed matching slot, or someone to lock your slots on the int units for the final stage. That will also play a role depending on how many attacks you need to take out the Dex enemy in stage 2. If you do not have Treasure Map recruit Hina here, I will not offer an alternative team, but some replacements. First, put Lin in the left middle spot in the place of your sub Hina, and then replace Hina with Kizuna 5+ Jack. He will deal with attack down and also give you color affinity. Then, for your friend captain spot, you can use either another Toki or a Summer Reiju, whatever you think will give you more points and of course more help. For my team though, your sockets as far as bind goes need to be at maximum level. The maximum possible damage here is over 108 million, so tons of damage, and then the point boost is a very good 13.29 times. And these are all of my teams for the upcoming Treasure Map vs Stussy. If you have any questions, feel free to tell me in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, I would really appreciate you liking it and also subscribing to the channel for more OPTC content. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.